gonna be like when I finish with this episode. It's like, is this the one when Laney was visiting? And I'm like, no. I edited out every single time you spoke. So episode 5.
Wait a minute, let me post this really quickly.
Oh my gosh.
Instagram.
I need to Instagram my
I need
dinner.
to Instagram this picture.
What are you Instagramming?
It's a photo of Cassandra on a horse posing next to a said her.
You're doing an Instagram of a picture you took for a game you finished weeks ago.
Yes.
Right now.
In her defense, it's a really pretty game.
It is a really pretty game.
That's not in question. I'm just concerned about her life choices as far as timing is concerned.
I was trying to do it earlier, but it took a while.
Okay, whatever.
She didn't even get dressed for today until after 3.
I know, I sat with my slippers on under the covers fishing in Far Cry 5 for the first 4 hours while listening to Harry Potter.
Just living your best life.
Yeah, I know, it was great.
Yeah.
Episode 5.
Yay!
We have a guest star with us today. Star. I mean, that's kind of being generous. We have a guest.
I like me.
Jensen and I have a younger sister named Lane, who is away at college. Except right this second she's not. She's here with us.
Yay!
Hi, guys.
Yay!
Woo.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm here to ruin the podcast. Thank you.
Yay!
Lane is going to be answering the questions with us today, and we're excited to have her.
Yes.
I guess.
Tell us how you really feel.
Jensen's excited to have her. I'm cautiously optimistic. So let's start with Lane, since she's our guest. What video games are you playing right now?
Well, currently I'm playing Fable 3, Reckoning, Kingdoms of Amalur, and I just picked up Skyrim again. But I'm mostly playing Fable 3 because I've decided to finally play it the way that it was intended and become landlord of all the world and make all the money and save Albion properly.
Which I did not do.
Yeah, I didn't do the first 3 times I played it.
It was too nice. I was like, but I want to help you, and you, and you, and I gave you my word.
I gave you my word.
All
And
you
I
have
like
to
you.
You can still do all that. You can still keep your promises. All you have to do is you have to buy every single piece of land in the entire game, and then you have to make enough money from just that you can put your own money into it.
I literally own every piece of land.
Yeah.
Like, I just own all the buildings.
I remember a lot of people were cross with Fable 3 because it required them to amass a great amount of wealth in order to...
Like 11 million.
Yeah, in order to beat the game. The thing is that...
It's 9 million?
Look,
I
it's
think 9
substantially
million.
more
It's
than
a lot.
anybody wants to bother earning in a video game.
Yeah, the only way to earn it without, getting all the land is to exploit cheats.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, as with the real world, there's a lot of money in real estate, as it turns out.
you can break the economy in Albion.
You could just buy everything.
Yeah.
When I beat it this most recent time, just in my castle treasury, I had 20 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
In fact-
my personal stock was like 17 million or something.
In fact, the only reason that I have enough money to first buy a pub and make money off of that was because Jensen gave me money in her game.
So Jensen's never found this difficult. It's always just been the way that she played the game.
She didn't even earn money from jobs. I was looking at her stats.
I know, I never played it. I didn't play a single job until I went to get the Loot Hero achievement. I learned in the very first Fable game when I got really angry and killed everyone in Oakvale that there was an Oak Field in the first game. I can't remember. But when I killed everyone there, all the houses became they were up for sale. And so I went and bought them all. And then I earned a lot of money from that. And so I learned in the first game that when you take over people's houses...
After you murder them.
Yes.
After you murder them, you get lots of money. Of course, in the second one and third one, you don't have to kill the tenant in order to get their house.
Yeah. I can't wait until the next game where you find out that the true meaning of being a hero is to own every piece of land ever.
Yeah.
Some weird political messages in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Erin, what are you playing?
Um,
Or what were you just immediately playing?
I was just playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey when you guys got here. I just started and I love it. It's great. Yep.
Yeah, it is.
I love playing dress up already.
Oh yeah, that's what video games are for.
Duh,
Yes.
what
I
else?
can look cute while I fight crime.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
you can't fight crime if you ain't cute.
I'm going Bloodborne on and off. I'm still at the first lantern in Old Yarnum because I got kind of far and then I died and I was like, that's it.
That's basically where I
Like,
am.
I'm gonna
That's
play
where
a
I am,
different
too.
game.
I got to
now.
the boss. I got to the boss of the first area.
See, I haven't even gotten that
And
far.
I was like, I actually got its health like halfway down, and then I died. And then I was like, how do I get to other lanterns?
Right?
That was about where I was at in the game when I really started to get obsessed with it.
Mm.
I got the boss's health down to about halfway, and then I died.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
And no, I'm not talking about the werewolf.
Oh.
Are you talking about the
No,
werewolf?
not the
Yeah,
werewolf.
she's talking about the
It's like a big gray werewolf, though. Like, it's the big one on the bridge.
Yeah, she's talking
Oh
about
my
that guy.
gosh.
He's gigantic and he
That's
jumps
not-
around.
There's two
I
actual
killed him.
werewolves.
He wasn't too
hard.
hard.
Oh.
No, he's not. No.
Why you gotta do that? You gotta break me down.
My point is that the way that you find more lanterns is you kill bosses and you keep moving.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's how you do
What
it.
an idea.
Anyway,
that is how you do
at that point, I
thought
went
so.
and I decided to clear out Old Yarnum a couple of times, and then I came back to the boss and managed to beat him on my second try. And it wasn't that bad at that point.
Mhm.
From there on out, it was just like I was so excited about Bloodborne
Mhm.
and moving forward with it.
Yeah.
Although I will say that the boss fight with Father Gascoigne, that's another point where a lot of people are get stalled because
That's where I'm stuck.
he can be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
It's a fun fight.
It sounds like you're a lot farther than I am.
Oh,
They're really hard.
I may be like a teensy bit further than you. I've beaten the guy on the bridge, and then that's it.
Uh-huh.
Just keep going, you guys. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep going, but it'll take a while. And I just beat God of War.
Woo!
Oh, it's
Boy.
beautiful. Boy. I loved it so much. And Atreus is so cute.
I
He's
know,
such a
he's so
good
cute.
boy.
He is a good boy.
He is. He just wants to please his father.
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Emotionally, did it leave you in a good place?
Yes. Basically the whole game is one big emotional journey. Like just the beginning of the game, I sat there and was just completely immersed, and the music was giving me chills, and I was like, yep, I love it already. So yeah, I beat the
Nice.
main game. I've killed 4 Valkyrie. Mind you, I'm playing on the easiest mode because there's no way.
No, same. I'm there.
It's so hard. So yeah.
Exciting.
Good job, Erin.
Thank you.
Okay, I started 2 new games, Mass Effect, which I
Woo.
can completely see what the big deal is.
Yes. Finally.
Yeah, I got around to it.
Girl.
And I'm planning on playing through the whole trilogy and Andromeda too,
Good.
because
Good.
I'm
Do
open
it.
to it.
You've got it.
And
Good.
because I can already tell that this is something I'm really enjoying a lot, and that I'm gonna want to move forward with
It's
it.
really good. And like, you're just on the first one.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
that's before the characters, like, you
You're not-
really started to get to know them.
Okay, but
You
that's-
haven't even got to really know them.
You
yet.
haven't gotten to the second one, and the second one is like my favorite sci-fi game of all time.
It's like the best sci-fi RPG.
Yeah,
of all
Game
time.
Informer said it. It's
Oh.
official.
Well, it must be true.
Okay, yeah, but lots of people agree
When
that
they
Mass
say
Effect 2 is
something
pretty
like
good.
that I like, then yes, it must be true.
So it's just 100% confirmation bias. Like,
Yes.
if they say
Yeah.
it and you agree, then, oh, yeah. It's
And if they
Exactly.
said anything else, I'd be like, they're wrong. It's
They're
Mass Effect 2.
wrong. That's
Yeah.
their opinion, and it's wrong.
Okay, and then I also started playing Undertale, which is another one of these
Yay.
games that's like kind of a big deal,
Yeah.
and I can also see why.
I really ought to play that one.
It's
Yeah,
a
me
lot
too.
of fun.
It's
I'm really
fun.
having a good time with it. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but I kind of started off with a more violent route,
Yeah,
and
I know.
then I
I was scared.
and then I kind of started experimenting with like my other options, I guess.
started
is maybe-
flirting with some monsters.
I started flirting with some monsters.
Yes.
And I just kind of started messing around with it. And that game is so fun precisely because there's so many like alternative ways to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really enjoying it. So basically I'm like RPGing as this like reformed character
That's
at this
good.
point.
That's
where
cool.
like I started off very inclined to do violence or like unprovoked to violence pretty easily, and now I'm a character that like will avoid it at all
I'm very
costs.
glad about that because
it's
you
kinda fun.
started killing things and I was looking over your shoulder and I was just, oh no. Oh no.
I wanted to know how the fighting system worked. I was curious. It looked interesting.
Yeah, it is actually really fun.
It's kind of fun. But once I did it a few times, I started to like actually think about the story and get into it. And then I was like, what if I make this character like reformed?
Maybe I
And like
don't.
now they regret killing all these people.
Maybe I don't want to kill the adorable mess of a skeleton man.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Yes.
He is a mess though. I went on a date with Papyrus. That's
Oh,
what that's what she's referring to.
Yes.
Well, that's fun.
He
You
is a
actually got to
mess.
go on the date?
Yeah, she watched me go on a date with
Yeah.
Papyrus.
That's
you
fun.
can go on a date with him.
Okay, I thought it was just one of those things that, you know, frequently happens in games where
Well-
you're like, oh yeah, we're going to do this thing, and then it never happens.
No, it's totally a real
He
thing.
says-
Like we bond over our mutual love of spaghetti. Like it's in the game.
He says,
Nice.
well, I have incredibly high standards. And you say, I can make spaghetti. And he says, oh no, you're meeting all my standards.
It's real good. Yeah, so I'm having a real good time with Undertale
Nice.
and Mass Effect, as well as, you know, playing, occasionally jumping back to play dozens of other games like Breath of the Wild that I just never finished.
Yes.
Because I really, really want to complete my backlog. Like,
Yeah.
as far as games New Year's resolutions goes, I really want to finish the stuff that I'm still working on. I want to finish the stuff that I bought and that has been queued up and ready to go. Yeah, it's going to be a good year, I hope.
It's coming up all Elsa.
I'm pretty sure it's not. I am excited to play more video games this year. Okay, Jensen, you wanted to go last because you have been playing the most, like, quantity of stuff. So
Yes.
what are you playing?
Okay, so I finished Odyssey, finally.
Right.
Just the main game. I loved it. And it took me 213 hours, and I didn't fast travel once, and it was great. I beat Shadow of Mordor, and I didn't do the DLC for that yet, but I am planning on it, and that was really fun. I gotta say, the photo mode in that game, it frustrated the crap out of me the first time I tried to use it, because, like, the way you move is really different from the way you move the camera in Assassin's Creed's photo mode. But it takes some really nice pictures. And so that was awesome. And the game itself is great. By the end of it, I had turned almost all of the orcs in Sauron's army over to my side. And it was really fun. And then I started to get really attached to them. And when we went to go kill the Black Hand, they were like coming with me. And I was like, oh no, don't die, you guys. I love you all. You're my children. I started to get really
I
invested.
just like
in
to
their
think
lives.
about you being attached to, like, Grog the Betrayer.
I know. I think there was even one named Grog.
Oh no, Grog!
There was one that was named Kudu. And I really liked him. And he had, like, okay, there was this one annoying guy from the very beginning who every time I killed him, he'd come back. And he was strong against everything that's in my playing style. Like, you couldn't kill him through stealth. You couldn't kill him through, like, mounted beasts. He was weak to ranged and he was weak to fire. But he wasn't, like, it was nothing big.
Fire
And-
arrows.
Yeah, I know. It was like if I could do that, like, which you can, but like at the time I didn't have
Yeah.
that unlocked. And so it was a pain in the butt trying to kill him. And he just kept coming back. And then at the end of the game, he's there.
Oh.
And it's like he's your nemesis, you know?
Mhm.
And Kurdu killed him for me. And I was like, yay, because he was
my
killing
boy.
me. Like, I couldn't jump over him. I couldn't do like anything. And he was destroying me. And I was like, this is the worst. He's strong against everything that I'm good at.
Aw.
And then Kurdu just came up and chopped the guy's head off. And I was like, I love you, son. So,
Boy.
yes.
Boy.
So that was a really good time. And of course, at the end of it, I got all teary and stuff thinking about Lord of the Rings and how much I love it. And then I beat Fable 3 again. I was close to the end on that one anyway, and I already told you.
$20 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 million just in the castle's treasury. That was pretty fun. Now I'm trying to finish Far Cry 5. And I just killed Jacob last night, and now I can go kill Joseph whenever I'm ready, but I'm doing side quests. And I started Red Dead 2, which is pretty fun, but the photo mode is incredibly disappointing.
Well, it's almost
just
an
like a picture, it's just like a camera mode.
Like, you can do that in real life.
It's like, I can do that anytime I want. I wanted to be able to pause the action and take pretty pictures of me, like, shooting people. I can't do that. All I can do is, like, screenshots.
I think it's kind of cool that they worked in the idea of the camera as something that's actually within the world.
That's cool.
But it's sad that they couldn't give you that and also give you the option to, like, take in-game photos the way that you like to do.
Like, don't you want to get a picture of him getting his hat shot off?
Yes, absolutely. That happens so much. I want to get that. But, so that's the only thing about the game that I'm really annoyed about, is that the photo mode is just... It's not what I was expecting.
It's like normal photos.
Yeah.
It's like
it's
real,
like a camera
real
mode.
world.
It's like the same it was in
real
Grand Theft
time.
Auto, and that was really annoying. But then I saved for last. I played Kingdom Hearts 2.
You don't sound pleased.
No, I don't.
Oh,
So
dear.
I'd always wondered why this game came out and I heard like nothing about it for a very long time. And then the only thing I heard about it was that the prologue is really long and really stupid. And I went into it thinking, well, I'm a really tolerant person. I bet I'll be okay with it. Oh my gosh, you guys. That prologue is so boring and dumb. And like, I understand, the worst thing is I understand why it's there completely. I understand why it is the way it is. But I hate it. And that was just the beginning. Like, that was the bad lookout towards the rest of the game. Which, like, there's lots of aspects about it that I like. There were some, like, things they did with the combat that I thought was quite fun. I like that they finally changed Sora's outfit because his outfit was really dumb.
It was so bad.
And, like, Goofy was fantastic. He delivered some of my favorite lines. And, like, there were moments that were really great. Like, whenever they would lean more into the Disney stuff, it was generally better. The problem was when it would go more towards the Organization 13 stuff, which the problem with Organization 13 is it feels like the entire storyline and every single one of those characters was written by an edgelord, like, 12-year-old kid. Like, all of their names have an X in them. Their names are like Zenithor and Zennis. There was one scene in particular that made me so furious. So we've all as like preteens, we've all written terrible novels.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes. All four of us have done this.
Oh, definitely.
So in our crappy novels, I'm sure we've all written a scene where you want two characters who already know what's going on to describe something so that the reader gets just enough of what's going on that they're like, I think I know, but not so much that they know what's happening. They have a scene like that in Kingdom Hearts with these two people in Organization 13, and they're talking about, like, the boss. And it's so annoying because one of them is just like, you know he always does this thing. And the other one's like, I know he does it. And it's like, who is this conversation for? Like,
Okay, no,
wait.
what are Lexapro and Xerox talking about? Like, do you ever find out?
Yes,
Or is
kind
it
of.
just
Kind of. They're talking about how Zemnis, the like, leader
Every time-
person.
Okay, I'm sorry.
is-
But every time I read Zemnis, I just thought Xmas. And
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
know.
does he really like Christmas?
Actually, I would have a character named Xmas. Deadass, I would do
it.
that.
Okay, yeah.
Do it.
Whatever.
Anyway, go on.
But so Zemnis, he always goes down to this room and he like stares at the dead body of his like former enemy, I think, or it might be him. That's the problem.
That's
I don't know
Same.
what is going on.
So there's a little bit of a lore problem.
Yes, because they want the lore to be so convoluted and weird that you're just constantly like, what's happening? I don't know. And it's just annoying. I love how in the first game, like, do you guys know what the plot of the first game is?
Yeah. You need to. So people, the Heartless
Saving
are
Disney.
the Heartless are taking hearts, and the Disney princesses are somehow being kidnapped along with this.
Yeah.
And you need to. Oh, and Mickey's missing.
Yeah.
And you have to find him so that he can fix this whole situation. So you're traveling the different worlds to lock them so that the Heartless can't get. That's the plot, right?
Yeah.
Am I missing
It's
anything?
just, no, it's just that.
Okay.
It's just, you're going to the planets to lock them so that they don't disappear.
That's why you're carrying a huge key.
People's hearts are getting stolen and the princesses are getting stolen, and you have to go and save them all. I don't know what's happening in Kingdom Hearts 2.
You beat it.
Yes.
So you don't know what's happening.
So there's stuff going on with nobodies, and I kind of think the concept of nobodies is cool.
Yeah.
That like when someone becomes a Heartless, they split off and like their empty shell without a heart becomes a nobody. And it's like its own person. That's kind of cool. But then they've got like this organization of nobodies who are doing something shady. And you're supposed to do something. The king shows up and tells you to leave when you're in Twilight Town at the very beginning, and Sora's like, I want to find Riku. And they're like, okay, cool. And then they're like, let's go revisit every planet that we went to in the last game. And you go, is anything strange going on? And usually they're like, no, everything's fine. And then Heartless attack. And then you kill the Heartless, and then some important object in that world suddenly glows, and Sora freaks out and goes into this weird trance, and then it opens up a doorway to the next world. And that's what happens on every one of them. And you go through all the levels, and then when that's done, you go through them again. So the Disney aspect of it is mostly great, except that there's like this weird sexism in it. Every female character is like the kind of character where they're like, oh, I want to like save the one I love. And Sora goes, no, you wait at the ship. And they go, okay. And then Sora goes off and saves their loved one.
Okay.
Like all of them. And it's so annoying with like, there's these characters that like you've seen them be badass and save their own loved ones, you know, like Elizabeth Swann.
Mm-hmm.
She, in the first movie, she may not do a whole lot of fighting and whatnot, but she's active and she's there and she's in the story.
She proves herself to be competent.
Yeah.
And by the third
Throughout
movie,
the
she
first
gets
film.
mistaken for the goddess of the sea, and she's like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, when like they go to fight Barbossa and stuff, or when they go to get Will from Barbossa, she's like, I want to come and help, and Sora goes, no, wait at the ship, and she just goes, okay, I'll wait here. And you're just like, what happened?
Elizabeth,
And then like, okay.
go get your man.
And then this is the one that bothered me the most. Hercules. Hercules is like my favorite Disney thing. When Hercules is in trouble and Hades is going to kill him and they're like going to save him, Meg is like, I'm not leaving. I want to save Hercules. And Sora goes, we'll save him. And she goes, okay, I'll leave.
What?
And it's really annoying. And then at the end, you have this big fight, and Hercules can't join in because he's too weak. And so you have to fight him. And Meg comes up, and so does Pegasus, and so does Phil. And they're like, we'll help you. And you're like, okay. But then Phil and Pegasus are the only ones who do anything in the fight.
What?
Huh?
Meg is just not there.
Why
even though
is
she
Phil
just said,
doing
I
something in
will
the fight
help.
and Meg isn't?
Yeah. And it was so annoying.
Yeah, he's
And then
tired.
Phil's kind of useless,
I mean,
too.
say I'm out living my best life, and I get into a fight with somebody at a bar.
Yeah.
I don't think I want Phil
Yeah.
as my backup,
Yeah.
but I feel like
Meg.
Meg would have. me,
Yeah.
right?
Like,
She's a world-weary woman.
Yeah.
She could have my back.
in the movie, like, she's not a warrior, and she's not the most confident of that, but she doesn't just sit there and do nothing during the movie. When she realizes that Hercules isn't going to listen to her and she needs to save him, what does she do? She springs into action. She makes Pegasus come with her. She goes and she makes Phil come back with her because she knows Phil is the only one who can talk to Hercules and get him to listen to him,
That's
like, to
Phil's
do
use.
stuff. And in the game, she's just like, okay, I'll just wait here while you do everything.
Like, that's not even Meg. She wouldn't do that.
Yeah. And it was like that in every single world, and it made me so angry that when we got to the Tron world, and this is old Tron, this isn't the newer Tron, I went, oh, thank goodness there's no romance in Tron. And then that was my favorite world. Well, that one and 100 Acre Woods. But 100 Acre Woods and Space Paranoids, they were the only ones where it ended and I felt better. Like, I cried at the end of those ones. They were cute, especially the Tron one. It was so adorable. And there's like a cute moment where Goofy hugs Tron, and it was just like a cute moment because Goofy already proved to me that he was the best character in the game.
Thank you for all that you've brought to
I don't know.
my life.
It was really cute. And actually, Atlantica, even though, like, yes, it is horrible that you're constantly singing in that, and
The singing minigame
it's
was
really
not fun.
awkward. It's really awkward. But the characterization in Atlantica was more
More in line with
the
source
movie.
material.
And yeah, like
Yeah.
Ariel doesn't just sit there and go, okay, I'll wait while you save Eric. Or no, is he named Eric?
It's Eric.
Yeah. I'll just wait while you save Eric. She and Eric are both equally crappy in the fight against Ursula, but they're both there.
They're there.
Yeah, both there to be equally useless to you.
And then at the end of the thing, Eric is the one who realizes that he needs to compromise and change for her. Whereas in all the other worlds, the girl's like, I'm sorry I wasn't understanding you. I'll do better next time.
Oh gosh.
Especially the Beauty and the Beast one, which was infuriating because he was being an ass. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's my assessment. I am really annoyed that I didn't like Kingdom Hearts 2 more. And I'm sorry I've talked so much about it.
It's okay.
But it was incredibly disappointing. I'm excited for the next one.
Speaking of, so first episode of the new year, we're gonna play a game of Would You Rather. I've put together a list of some of the games that are coming out this next year. We're gonna be a little bit more mercenary about this because we're all aware of how much our time is limited. And so I'm gonna put two games against each other, and you have to pick which one you'd rather play.
Ooh, this is gonna be hard.
And here's the thing, I tried to be pretty fair here. Like, I tried to have some in the list where I feel like it's a pretty easy choice between the two. And I tried to match things up according to kind of like gameplay a little. There's some where it just wasn't gonna work. Like there was yeah. But I tried to match them up according to gameplay a little bit. And there's a few that I tried to make easy, but some of these are going to be hard choices. Like, some of these are two games that you definitely are going to want to play both of them.
Yeah.
And you still have to pick one, because that's how the game goes.
Oh, man.
And
I'm bad at this.
here we go. Okay. First, Anthem or Skull and Bones.
Anthem. That's
Anthem.
easy.
Yeah, Anthem.
Okay. Yeah, I figured.
The hardest choice for me with Anthem is what system do I want it on?
Yeah, that makes sense. I figured Anthem would probably win out no matter what I put it up
Probably.
against. So
Yeah.
PS4 so that we don't have online problems, because you know how special our Xboxes are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rage 2 or Session.
Rage 2.
I'm actually going to go with Session.
Wait, do I know what Session is?
Not if you didn't look it up.
What is it?
Tell us.
I was thinking it was that skateboarding game,
It
but
is
now
a
I think
skateboarding
that...
game.
Oh,
It's a
it
skateboarding
is?
game,
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it anything?
Rage 2.
Is it anything like that Tony Hawk skateboarding game that we had? If it's anything like that,
It's a
then
Kickstarter
I want
skateboarding game.
Oh. I'd probably go with Rage 2.
I think I'll go with Session, because I watched the trailer for Rage 2 and there was so much gore. I was just like,
I feel like Rage 2, if it has a photo mode, which it probably won't, but if it does, it could be really fun to take some multicolored neon crazy pictures. And even if it doesn't, I can take some multicolored neon crazy screenshots.
Her priority is now photo mode.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the first thing.
Wait,
to
if
look at.
Session
To
has a
see how
photo
the world
mode.
has evolved.
Yeah.
If Session has a photo mode, I'll borrow one of your guys' cards.
Okay. Battletoads or New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe.
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, or Resident Evil 2 Remaster.
Resident Evil.
I think I've got to go with Resident Evil 2 remaster.
I might have to go with Bloodstained.
Yeah, I'm a scaredy cat, so I'll go with Bloodstained.
I'm not going to be able to play it, but I'm definitely going to watch videos.
I was watching some stuff from Resident Evil 2, and even though I'm a huge scaredy cat and I can't handle those kind of scary games, it made me really want to play it.
Yeah.
Realistically, I am going to play both these games. But the thing is that I, when it comes to Resident Evil 2, I kind of want to play all the original Resident Evils first. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just putting it on a lower priority. This particular one.
Yeah.
Okay. Crackdown 3 or Kingdom Hearts 3?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
I'm excited for Crackdown 3. I think it looks quite cool. But I also am really hoping that Kingdom Hearts 3 will repair my relationship with that franchise.
Hopefully they learn from their mistakes.
No more nobodies. No more nobodies.
There will be nobodies. I just hope that their dialogue isn't so stupid.
Yeah.
I just hope that they work their existence into the narrative in a way that, follows logically.
Yeah,
Where
and
they
doesn't
can at
just-
least
doesn't
upgrade
feel like
to,
really weird.
I don't know, a 17-year-old edgelord.
Yeah.
Upgrade. Yeah, it's an upgrade.
Then they might have some nice, subtlety and
Yeah. Little.
because the 17-year-old is maybe taking a couple English classes.
That's true.
No, how about the sort of edgelord where it's like he wrote some terrible stuff when he was 12, he wrote some really terrible stuff when he was 17.
He wrote Kingdom Hearts 2 when
He
he
wrote
was
Kingdom
12.
Hearts 2. He went to college and, he maybe had a couple of kids and, started thinking a little bit more about his life and those who came before started reading more, and then he decided to write something kind of edgy.
That's just a
I could be
person,
okay with
Elsa.
that. Yeah, that does just sound like a person, and that's kind of what I want.
Okay, next one. Code Vein or Neo 2?
Code Vein.
Oh, this is hard.
I've talked about Code Vein already, so that's my priority.
Does Code Vein have character customization? Like you create your own character?
I don't think so.
It's
And
hard to
Neo
tell
2.
from
Because I know Neo 2 does.
Mm.
Does Code Vein have a release date yet?
As far as I can tell, they're still just saying 2019.
Neo, too. Because I like customizable characters.
Yeah. Like that's the tiebreaker for me, because those games, I want them equally,
Yeah.
but being able to make my own character,
Mm-hmm.
that just pushes it.
It
a little
does.
bit
It does make
higher.
me love my character and get attached to it way quicker.
Control or The Division 2?
Control.
Control looks awesome.
It looks so good.
It does
so
look really
good.
It is.
Okay, and this one is a weird one because it's actually a DLC that I'm pairing against a full game, which seems a little unfair. But it's a really cool DLC, so
Yeah.
whatever. Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course, or Yoshi's Crafted World?
I'll do,
I think
I'd probably go with Cuphead myself.
I'm gonna do Yoshi.
I'm gonna do Yoshi also. I feel like I don't know if I can play Cuphead.
I've enjoyed...
I'm really bad at 2D
Yeah,
side scrollers in
I've heard
general.
It's unforgivingly hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've
I've,
been...
Which side scrollers are already like that.
I've enjoyed some Yoshi games in the past, but I think that Cuphead looks like it's probably more my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
Yeah, it does look more your style.
I haven't
Yeah.
played the game yet, but just from what I've heard about how the mechanics and everything works, it probably would be difficult for me because I think it's difficult for everybody. But I think I'd really get a lot out of it. So
Side note,
yeah, I'm gonna go with the DLC.
do you think they made a delicious last course so that
'Cause
it's
it's DLC.
DLC?
I didn't catch
Oh.
that. That's awesome.
Days Gone or Metro Exodus?
Days Gone.
I'm gonna have to go with Days Gone. It looks like you're a cool biker in the apocalypse.
You are. That's exactly what you are.
I want to be a cool biker in the apocalypse.
It's like an open world zombie game.
That does look
That's what
like,
I want.
That does look like fun. Metro Exodus looks interesting too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if I've got to pick, I'm gonna probably go with Days Gone as well.
Yeah, I think I will too.
Okay, Dead or Alive 6 or Mortal Kombat 11.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Again, Dead or Alive for me because Mortal Kombat looks disgusting.
Yeah, that's exactly why I chose it.
Dead or Alive is disgusting in a different way. Far Cry New Dawn or Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Wolfenstein.
This is mean. I want to play them both really
I know.
bad.
I know. I thought
So we
this would be.
compromised.
Yes.
I figured this would be one of the weird.
We
meaner
compromised. We'll play Wolf Cry New Blood.
I second that motion.
It was funny when I was talking to Laney about this. I was like, but I've played Far Cry games before, and I've played the 5th one, and I really want to play the New Dawn. But Wolfenstein Youngblood, you play as twins, and then I was like,
But you play
wait,
as
you do
twins
it in Far
in
Cry also. I was like, they're the same game.
So
I thought I was being real clever putting
we
those
were
two
going
against
to
each
put
other.
them together to make
Wolf Cry
one
New Blood.
super game.
Wolf Cry New Blood.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, if I have to choose, I'm going with Far Cry because I'm finishing up Far Cry 5 right now so that I can play New Dawn.
Yeah.
I almost said New Blood.
New Blood.
Okay, and now we've got Gears of War 5 or Devil May Cry 5.
Devil
Devil May Cry 5.
Gears of War 5.
Devil May Cry.
I've played all the other Gears of War games.
That's fair. I can see that. And now, Man of Maiden. Is it Medin?
Oh, I'm there.
Maiden.
I'm there. Medin. I've been saying Medin, but
Man of Medin or The Sinking City.
How dare you!
I wish
This is the
Evil!
cruelest one of all.
we should momentarily change our logo to just that image of Laney's betrayed face.
I feel so betrayed.
I actually don't know anything about either of these
Okay, Man of
games.
Medin is from the same studio that did Until Dawn. We showed it to Mom.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
The one you got on a boat.
And the one.
And Sinking City, you're not on a
And
boat,
the
but you
Sinking
need
City.
to be.
But you gotta be on a boat.
Well, what style of gameplay is the Sinking City?
All I can tell you is that it just made me go, what?
Okay, so they're both horror, but one of them is made by people who did Until Dawn,
Yeah.
which is like the only horror game I've actually
Which,
managed to finish.
that's my
so I'm
feeling.
doing Man of
That's my feeling.
Medin.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I still can't choose because okay, so I didn't know like half of these games, so I was watching trailers this morning when I woke up, and I saw Man of Medan, and I was like, oh, definitely that one because it's like Until Dawn, and then I saw the other trailer for The Sinking City, and I was like, you're gonna make me choose?
They both look like
She's
a
mean.
crazy
So-
drug-fueled trip.
Yeah,
and I
they
am
look
there
awesome.
for that.
So I guess
Yeah.
I'll go with Man of Medan because it's probably shorter.
Probably.
And probably
So-
more doable.
Yeah.
I feel like Sinking City might be like incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
This is another one where realistically I'm going to play both these games.
It's the same.
But if I had to pick
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
I probably would go with Sinking City precisely because it is going to be a little longer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And because it's something new.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I loved Until Dawn. I believe that team can do good work. And I'm looking forward to playing it. But I guess as far as what I honestly think I'll have a more positive experience with, if I'm going to quantify it, probably going to go with The Sinking City.
I'm excited to show Man of Medan to Mom.
Oh, yeah, she's going to want to play
So
that.
much alliteration right there.
Yeah. She's going to love it.
Our
Yeah.
podcast has pros now.
Oh, gosh. Anyway. We've got Team Sonic Racing or Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel.
Crash Team Racing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
same.
agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go with Crash. I'll admit I was confused when I saw that they were driving cars in Sonic because Sonic is really fast. I was like,
Sonic?
really wouldn't they just be running? But I was like, I guess that would just be a Sonic game. So.
I think it would be
Anymore.
funnier if Sonic was running and everyone else was in
Yeah.
cars. I bet Sonic is sitting there in that car going, this thing is so slow.
Yeah.
Okay. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, or Death Stranding.
This is another mean one.
I know. This one was mean. And I'll answer it first because these are probably the two games that I'm respectively looking forward to the most. And I will say that I'm going to go with Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Not because I don't have faith in Death Stranding to be great, but I think that Sekiro probably is less of a risk of disappointing me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm hopeful that they'll both be great and that I'll love both of them. But if I had to if I had to guess which one is more likely to disappoint me, it's definitely Death Stranding.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree.
So
There is a lot of hype around it.
Yeah.
there's a lot of hype and it just looks so different and it could work for me on a level that's just like great, or it could just be like, what is this?
But at this point, I'd legitimately play Death Stranding if it was just a delivery man simulator.
We talked about that in an earlier episode, I think.
Yeah, we
that
did.
it looks like it could just be fetch quest, but with like a survival horror bent to it. And if that's the game, that actually sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I will happily play it.
It could be weirder than that.
it
and
could be
probably
weirder than that.
will be
Yeah.
weirder
Yeah,
than
probably.
that.
Yeah,
But-
there's the babies.
I'm
Okay.
gonna choose Sekiro.
And Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
You gonna go with that one too?
Yeah.
I'm also going to go with Sekiro. It looks and feels like Tenchu. I love Tenchu so much.
I'd probably
Oh.
go with Death Stranding.
Last one, Star Wars Jedi, The Fallen Order, or Shenmue 3.
Ugh, this one's hard too.
Yeah.
I'm
This one,
gonna say Shenmue 3. I watched the trailer for Star Wars and I was confused because it looked like Battlefront. Is that what it
Ooh,
basically
I
is?
hope not.
No.
If it's like Battlefront, I'll be furious.
I want it to be like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, I want it to be like that too.
Maybe I saw a weird trailer. I don't know.
It would be just like the internet for you to be like, I would like to see a Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order trailer, and that would be like, did you mean Battlefront? And just like show you.
Were you searching with Bing? Because that happens with Bing a
No,
lot.
I was on YouTube.
Bing is
Well,
crap.
that's what I mean is that
Yeah,
somebody
Bing's
might have
terrible.
like uploaded the Battlefront trailer to YouTube, but just called it
Yeah.
by the
Okay.
other game's name because the internet is full of bastard-coded bastards with bastard filling.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm
What a
gonna
bunch
go
of
with...
bastards.
But you could be right. It could actually just be like, oh, Battlefront didn't work. Let's try and fix it.
It showed Yoda fighting Darth Maul.
That might just be Battlefront, because I'm
Okay,
sure you could do
so
that in
I must have
Battlefront.
seen the wrong trailer.
Okay. I think it's Respawn that's doing Fallen Order, right? Respawn Entertainment.
Mhm.
And they did Titanfall, so there could be a multiplayer aspect, but there should still be a single player, because I know
okay.
that when they made Titanfall 2, one of the things I went to a GDC talk about it, and they said that when they were making Titanfall 1, they really wanted to make a single player thing. It was like really important to them, but they ran out of time. And so that's why it was multiplayer only. And so when they went to do the second one, they were like, we have to have a single player game. Like, we have to
goodness.
have that. And so that's why there's a campaign in
Gotcha.
it.
Okay,
So,
well, in that case, I will go with Star Wars.
Yes.
Because I do love a good lightsaber game.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Star Wars because I am hopeful that it is like Knights of the Old Republic, but with fancy graphics. And I love Shenmue, and I am really excited they're making a third one, but Shenmue isn't Star Wars.
I'm kind of... My feeling on it is that if I play Shenmue 3, it's going to be all the QuickTime events, and I feel like I just can't do that. I can do that for Until Dawn, but not Shenmue. So I'm probably gonna pick Star Wars.
I'm probably going to go with Shenmue, actually.
No.
Okay.
I don't have as much of an attachment to the Star Wars game,
Yeah.
as y'all know.
I just really want it to be Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay, and I'm really trying to be better about our time on these
Holy
podcast
crap, I
episodes.
talked forever.
Yeah, you did. So let's do 2 questions then. Who are your video game parents? So, guest Lane, who are your video game parents?
Flemeth from Dragon Age and some rando.
Who-
Also from Dragon Age because Flemeth gets around.
Yeah, she does. My girl.
My girl.
Okay,
Nice.
Jensen, who are your video game parents?
Dr. Chakwas and Captain Anderson from Mass Effect.
That's awesome. It's a good combination of people. And Aaron's the only one who did the complete assignment and said why.
Oh.
So Aaron, what? It's okay. I didn't do it either.
I didn't read.
Anyway, Aaron, who are your video game parents?
Okay, so I might make some people mad because there are some people out there who are like, no, that's not canon. You suck. Like with
Well,
the
Captain
Hobbit.
Anderson and
Oh,
Chakwas
there
are
is
canon.
absolutely no reason for us to be canon
Yeah.
compliant.
Yeah.
With this exercise.
Mine's the only
Okay.
one that's canon compliant.
Yeah, Laney's the only one that falls in here.
There's Flemeth and some rando, unless we find out that Flemeth can asexually reproduce, which I wouldn't be surprised about.
She might be able to. She can turn into a dragon.
Yeah.
So,
Oh. If I could,
Anything's possible. I think Kratos and Aloy would be my video game parents.
Yes.
I'm guessing
Like-
that this is Aloy after she's grown up a little bit.
Yeah.
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 She's like
he's
17
so
right now.
old.
Yeah.
after Aloy is no longer a teenage girl.
Yeah.
But can you imagine Kratos with a daughter? Like, that would be terrifying. Like, he's protective of Atreus. Imagine a daughter.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
he's sitting at home, like, polishing his axe and his blades for, whenever her boyfriend comes over.
Yeah.
Or the next day, like, have her home by 11 boy.
Wait, question. Would he just call his daughter boy too?
I think the
Boy,
daughter.
girl.
Girl. Gal.
Gal.
No.
I don't think he'd be a gal. Sort of.
Yeah,
gal.
you're
Doll.
right.
Doll.
Doll.
Definitely not doll.
That's terrifying.
Honey.
Okay, and I decided that my video game parents would be Zelgan.
Yeah.
A pair which is very dear to my heart. I don't know why, I just never saw Zelda and Link together, really. Like, I think the closest I ever got to shipping them was when I played Ocarina of Time, because I felt like there could be a story there, but there wasn't really, and so I didn't worry about it. That having been said, I kind of like the idea of Zelda and Ganondorf for so many reasons.
I'm just gonna say right now, I completely disagree. However, I do think it would be interesting for a game where it starts out and Zelda, Link, and Ganondorf are all friends and they know each other. And
See,
they're all like around the same age.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that we've got this lore in Zelda where everybody's being reincarnated over and over again. So why isn't there ever a time when they've been reincarnated to like where power, wisdom, and courage are working together? I'm not saying people need to ship my parents. I'm just saying that their status as my video game parents would explain a lot about me.
Yeah, but
It would be like Kingdom Hearts with Riku,
I know.
Sora, and Kairi.
No, I like that. I like that trio.
The first game.
I really like the idea of the trio where they're all friends and then something happens and one of them like betrays the others and becomes sort of a villain, and there's a really weird love triangle going on in it. That's why I like Berserk, and that's why I like Yona of the Dawn.
Love Triforce.
Yes.
See, that's the thing, is I just think there's some fun possibilities there. And like, he's a king and she's a queen, and maybe they, instead of having their kingdoms go to war to each other, they could just become one kingdom.
Yeah.
Just an idea. Maybe instead of war, we could have a wedding. Like, that historically worked out great for everybody. All the time.
Not wars, weddings.
All the time.
Never went wrong ever. Not once. Okay, for our last question, what loot would you drop? So you as a video game character, let's go ahead and say this is us as a video game character in like a fantasy RPG or something. We're defeated. Specifically, each of us would drop some very impressive loot. Aaron, what loot would you drop upon your ignominious defeat?
I would drop my violin. I feel like that's a given. But maybe it's like a magical golden violin.
Ooh. You do have that cool looking green one.
Oh, yeah.
And you
yeah.
have the pretty white one.
Yes, green and white. My mom has a blue one upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, baby blue, very nice. I would also drop thousands of useless Pinterest pins, mostly pop culture stuff,
Yes.
but also a lot of recipes that I will never make.
Especially now that you're dead.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there it goes. I was storing them, but no more. And then finally, my wedding ring. But because I would be killed in battle, I would have imbued it with my curse of being bad at math. So that's now passed on to the one who killed me.
Nice. Do they have to wear the ring to get this, or just pick up the
I
ring?
think just pick it up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have it be like a D&D sort of thing where the second you touch it, the curse is placed on you and you can't lift it unless you do some really weird thing.
Yes.
Okay, Jensen, what loot are you dropping?
I would drop a bunch of random cords, like USB cords. Tons of them. All tangled together. And a bunch of USB drives. And they're all almost full with random junk. And I'm talking things like half a season of Two Broke Girls on there, plus all my homework assignments from my first year in college. And there's only enough room for like one song. And you can't delete anything, because every time you think about deleting the things on there, you go, but what if I need it?
That's perfect. Laney, what loot are you dropping?
I think just random extra outfits. You kill me and you have like 5 extra outfits.
A lot of crop tops.
Yeah. Half a shirt. I paid $60 for it. It doesn't even cover my entire torso. It causes the wearer a lot of sadness.
A lot of sadness and a lot of buyer's regret.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
Perfect. And I'm pretty sure that if I was defeated, I would drop my law degree, an unfinished fantasy novel, and about $60,000 in student loan debt. Nice. Congratulations! Okay, I think that is episode 5 in the can. I'm going to move the rest of these questions over to the next episode.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm sorry that I ranted for so long about Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
It took up so much time.
I kind of thought that was going to happen.
I have a lot of feelings.
I'm going to edit out like half of it.
Yeah,
You realize.
please do. I know I got off topic a couple times.
I'm definitely going to edit out the parts where you got a little bit racist.
racist.